The nation's death toll has risen to 19. Tasmania confirming the second death in their state today. It's been revealed both of Tasmania's fatalities came from the Ruby Princess cruise ship, as the New South Wales Police Commissioner urges cruisers off the state's coast to return to their point of origin. We'll have more on that with Andrew Clennell shortly. The New South Wales government, meantime, issuing new police powers in a bid to crack down on those ignoring the social distancing orders. As police start to actively move on people at Sydney's Rushcutters Bay, we have exclusive pictures from our cameraman in Sydney. And on the economy, almost 24 hours now after the government's $130 billion wage subsidy announcement, we had an update at 2 o'clock. 234,000 businesses have now registered their interest. Virgin today, though, the latest big business to sound the alarm, asking the government for a $1.4 billion bailout. I'll get some reaction from the Finance Minister on that shortly. Before we move on to the finance and the economy, let's look at the total number of cases in Australia of coronavirus. It's risen now above 4,500. New South Wales reporting another 114 cases this morning. The state's total now more than 2,000. There are over 900 cases in Victoria, 743 in Queensland, 305 in South Australia. WA, only 9 new cases today. Tasmania, 69 confirmed COVID-19 cases, including its second fatality, as I said, confirmed today. The territories, the ACT at 80, the Northern Territory is at 17. Medical officials, though, quietly optimistic that Australia is starting to flatten the curve. But the Health Minister warns now is not the time to lift restrictions. Private hospitals, meantime, have also been recruited to the coronavirus fight.
Early signs the coronavirus curve is beginning to flatten. The Health Minister cautiously optimistic that tough restrictions are tackling the transmission rates.
To those Australians who are at home, I want to say thank you. Your actions are making a difference and saving lives.
But some are clearly ignoring the message. Sky News on hand as New South Wales Police moved in to move on dozens of people sunbaking and relaxing in Sydney's Rushcutter Bay. Families and those exercising were given the all clear, but other Sydney-siders were verbally warned to stay at home. Authorities pleading with Australians not to use a flattening curve as an excuse for complacency.
Now is not the time to take the foot off the pedal.
And that includes sourcing more medical support. Private hospitals have been recruited to join the coronavirus fight.
It means over 34,000 beds and chairs that will be made available to the public hospital system.
The Health Minister announcing a new guarantee for the nation's private system in exchange for their services at a cost of $1.3 billion.
To guarantee that we can fight to protect every life.
The government's decision to scale back elective surgeries threatened to undermine the business model of the private system, this now providing certainty.
We've heard the word unprecedented a lot this year, but this is absolutely unprecedented in terms of the integration of the capacity.
50 patients are in ICU, with 20 on ventilators. Authorities are working to increase the nation's current ICU capacity of 2,200 beds.
We are working round the clock to procure ventilators.
The day-by-day growth in confirmed cases sits at 9% on average during the last 3 days.
And whilst we are now flattening the curve in the first early stages of progress, there's more to do.
Despite progress being made, the Health Minister argues it's too early to discuss an exit strategy from the tough restrictions being imposed right across the country.
We're actually going, as we've seen in the last 48 hours, harder rather than softer. Now's not the time to contemplate that release. We have to deliver the outcomes to save lives.
Compared with other countries, the Health Minister happy with how the nation is tracking.
We are, in my view, the best prepared country in the world that has seen any significant outbreak.
Trudy McIntosh, Sky News, Canberra.